Let's go over HSAs. What exactly is an HSA? An HSA is a health savings account. It's a separate savings account created for the purpose of saving and paying for qualified medical expenses. It must be paired with a high deductible health plan. Which brings us to the question, what is a high deductible health plan? This is a health plan with an annual deductible for an individual or family that meets the minimum deductible amount determined by the U.S. each year. These plans require that you satisfy the deductible before the health plan begins to pay. There are no copays or coinsurance until that deductible is met. However, this does not apply towards your preventative services. These are still covered at 100% under these plans. How do I know that I'm eligible for an HSA? Well, you must be covered under a high deductible health plan as of the first of the month that you plan on contributing. You cannot be covered under another health plan that is not a high deductible, and you cannot be entitled to Medicare benefits or claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. What are the benefits of an HSA? If you're someone that doesn't doctor frequently, the health plan itself is attractive due to its cheaper premium. You typically can't deduct your medical expenses unless they're more than 10% of your adjusted gross income. An HSA is full of tax advantages. Not only are your contributions tax-free, but your earnings are tax-free and your withdrawals are tax-free as long as they're made for eligible medical care expenses. How much can I contribute to my HSA? Every year, the IRS sets contribution limits to your account. Here are the current year contributions. If you are 55 or older, you are eligible for an additional $1,000 annual catch-up contribution. One of the most common questions asked, what can I use my HSA for? Well, there are so many qualified expenses for this account, including medical, dental, vision, prescription drug costs, approved over-the-counter medications, long-term care and COBRA continuation premiums, Part B and D Medicare premiums, mileage to and from medical appointments, and so much more. You'll want to save your receipts to show proof of qualified purchases. Say an HSA sounds like the way to go. Well, how do I start contributing? This is easy. There are multiple different ways. You can contribute through payroll if this is something offered by your employer. You can do an electronic transfer from your checking or savings account, or you can initiate a one-time IRA transfer. You are able to move money from your IRA to your HSA once in your lifetime. You are also able to contribute as frequently or infrequently as you'd like. You even have up until April 15th to make contributions for the year prior. So, I've set up my HSA, I've made contributions, but how do I even use it? Well, you will be provided with your very own HSA debit card. You can use this to directly pay for those qualifying expenses, or maybe you haven't contributed yet. You can also pay for your qualified medical expenses out of pocket and just reimburse yourself later using your HSA funds. Can I lose my HSA? This is always a concern when investing money into any account. Unlike an FSA, there is no use or lose feature. Are you changing jobs? Well, if your employer offers the HSA but you've moved on from the company, no worries. These funds are yours to take with you. Do you have unused funds at the end of the year? You get to roll these funds over every year. There is no maximum balance. Are you planning on switching to a more traditional health plan that offers copays? You may no longer be able to contribute. However, you still own your HSA and you can still spend the funds on qualified medical expenses tax-free. How about if I'm turning 65 soon? Well, you can continue to pay for prescriptions, dental, vision, medical expenses, long-term care premiums, and your Medicare Part B and D premiums. Or you can elect to convert your HSA into an IRA, but the distributions at that point would become taxable. So, what do you think? Could you benefit from an HSA? Please be aware that this video is presented with the understanding that the publisher is not engaged in rendering legal, accounting, or other professional services. If professional assistance is required, the services of a competent professional person should be sought. Please consult with your accountant for any tax questions or advice. From all of us at Pinnacle Employee Benefits, we hope this video has helped you better understand HSAs and how they might benefit your situation.